Used to be so cool.
Bad start. Hello everyone. And here we are with friends will survive. Are you looking forward to this episode?
Come at me.
What we are going to be reviewing? That's like the first thing you said you were gonna do. And I said, well,
Yes, we're reviewing a Batman movie, but
it's
not what you might think.
Batman and Robin. Prepare to be disappointed because there is a Batman movie far.
Like, honestly.
Well, having Batman being held hostage for a month by a heroin addict might make it worse. So, this is 2003's The Death of Batman. And it is a fan film, so it is not an official comic book movie. Or official Batman movie made by Warner Brothers or DC.
Actually, if I may ask, so you say this movie was released in so you say this movie was made in 2003, right?
Correct.
But how come... But yet it was uploaded in 2006, 3 years later.
Well, that's because that was a fan...
Exist in 03.
So, the plot is, I'm gonna absolutely spoil a movie, because you guys do not want to watch this for your own, unless if you do not believe what we're saying. So, I think the fair point would be is that you know, I'll say the plot, then we'll address some I'll, introduce some scenes and crap we didn't like or we liked about it, and we'll both give our honest opinions about it. The film starts off with, well, pretty much it's Batman being... I mean, the story is that it's a guy who wants revenge on Batman for mistakenly thinking he was part of a drug gang and throwing him in jail for 5 years, and for the other two living on the street as a petty thief. A thief because they won't hire ex-cons, even though his car just broke down and whatnot, and it was all a big misunderstanding. This is like Revenge of the Sith, but filtered through a lens of idiocy. Am I the only one who thinks that? And this came before Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. Whole 2 years before it.
But still, it's still the plot of Revenge of the Sith. Or at least the Anakin versus Obi-Wan fight.
Oh, really? I didn't notice it was similar, man.
I just did. Like, literally, just now I did.
Oh.
As I was speaking out loud. And my God, is this movie awful. So, like I said, first of all, how he knocks out Batman to capture him. He doesn't just take Batman, like... This is a little skinny fella, probably around 275, or not 275, but 175 and about 5'7", 5'8", more or less. And then we all know Batman, 6'2", and, a bunch of, like a Schwarzenegger build, all muscle. So,
yeah.
How he does it is he takes a stun gun or a taser and zaps his groin. Twice.
His crotch.
Yeah, same difference.
His crotch. Oh gosh.
Honestly.
Okay.
How can that work?
Although, I know.
Like, the bat suit is supposed to... Oh. Continue.
Although I will say... although I will say one slightly positive thing about the movie. The guy playing Batman, he does a pretty decent Michael Keaton impression.
Honestly, I thought Christopher Stapleton sucked.
And who would that be?
Batman. In this rag.
I see.
Like, I'm serious. Like, he sucked as Batman. I doubt you're watching, Mr. Simpleton, but I'm not gonna lie, you friggin' sucked as Batman. You made George Clooney look good. You have failed, good sir. You have failed big time. How do I know this? I met the world's greatest Batman actor.
Yep, we all know who that is.
So I know my crap. After the testicle taser, I can't believe I'm saying that.
Oh my gosh, dude.
First of all, the bat suit is
It's rubber.
No, it is not. Well, in the movie it is, but in the comics, the bat suit is supposed to absorb electricity. But did you guys just forget about that?
Clearly he didn't.
Clearly
he
the writer
do
didn't.
research.
Exactly. The next thing is, honestly, wouldn't Alfred or any of the Bat family members know about him being missing? Heck, not even any of the Justice League for that matter? Honestly, you could have had a guy dressed in the red and the blue and red, and you could have had the John Williams score going like ba 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 bum ba da na 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 na. Now, normally we don't talk about Superman on this show, but still, come on. And this is why nobody makes Batman fan films outside of Bat in the Sun. Despite the name being similar, it's no connection.
And if I may add, where the heck was any of the Bat family members?
That's what I just
seriously.
said. Like, no, not.
Sorry.
I was like, Alfred didn't even notice?
I know, like in Robin, like and any of the other members, like, where were they?
If this is supposed to be the Michael Keaton Batman, which is the same Batman as Clooney and Kilmer, wouldn't they have Batgirl and Robin show up, maybe?
Yeah.
Because the suit was the same, like the bat suit was of the similar construction to the Burton films.
Yeah.
But let's continue on the plot.
Yeah.
Pretty much, honestly, this guy, he would be a perfect candidate for Arkham Asylum. Like,
you think
what?
So, huh?
Well, yes! Who in their sane mind, like, honestly, if you're gonna keep Batman hostage for a month, you're going to Arkham. You're going to Arkham.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sorry, I mean... And what his... like, so after a single month, of... Oh, we'll address that one scene in a bit. There's one scene.
Wait.
Don't say it now.
Did you say a month?
It was 30 days. 30 days equals a month. And it looked to be June.
That time span was never specified in the movie.
They said 30 days.
Oh.
They said it's been 30 on the news. They said it's been 30 days.
Oh, but
so Batman has been captured for at least a month. And
so
honestly,
what month would it be? Because some months do have 30 days.
well, I'd say most likely it looked to be the summer. So it could have been May to June, or honestly, who gives a crap about what date like what time period it is?
Yeah, you're.
We'll just say it's been we'll just say it's in 2003.
All right. Yep.
Whatever. My point is, after all this crap that happened, Batman being chained up, or similar, I should say, as Jesus was on the cross. And after being forcibly injected with heroin. And I won't address that scene yet, we will in a bit. But, like I said, forcibly injected with heroin, being beaten the living daylights out of, would have been, this guy here says Blick's black. Would have been nice if Mr. Burton put his touch on this. No. Honestly, Tim Burton would have made this worse. Because he didn't understand Batman. And apparently neither do these guys, so... everybody's clueless, I guess. I honestly would prefer Mr. Gallagher to direct it. A Batman movie.
Oh, I know it. Oh, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about yourself, aren't you?
Or even Mr. Raimi.
Yeah, even him. Yeah, even him. I mean, honestly, a Batman, a movie with him directing it.
I would go see that.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I see potential. I see potential in something like that.
Besides, Raimi's a horror director, and that could easily make, you know, like Sam Raimi for his top horror films. He's directed the Evil Dead trilogy and a film called Drag Me to Hell. Those are his popular ones. But with, and he's also done other comic book movies, or superhero films, I should say, aside from Spider-Man.
Really?
Which is his own character, Darkman, who was like his take on Batman and Deadman, which are both DC characters.
Interesting.
But back to the story. After, like, so all the guy wanted was, with his revenge, was he wanted to make him feel like so this guy, been through hell in prison, wanted revenge on Batman. And I quote, I want you to feel pain. I want you to want to die. And I'm thinking, why the heck do you think he's wearing that costume? It reminds me of the line in Batman the Animated Series, Robin's Reckoning Part 2. Be like, stuff your advice, like Robin tells him, stuff your advice, Batman. You and your stone cold heart. How could you ever know what it's like to feel like this? It's the same thing all over again.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm thinking, why the hell is he dressed up like a bat? And we all know. Even the general public would know.
Exactly. Even
my father, who's probably not even watching this at the moment, knows.
And even somebody like me, who is in no way that interested in the character, even I would know. No.
It's because of his frickin' dead parents. And then after a while, the dude has a bit of a speech where he's telling Batman that about the addiction of the heroin. He says, your body's already dying, yada yada yada. And he says, and I quote what Batman has saying this. He says, unlike you, I'm not afraid to face my fears. I will triumph. He pauses. I'm Batman. He says that he has a bit of fear. And I'm thinking, to me, Batman wouldn't easily show his fear. I mean,
exactly.
Batman would never show his fear. He has fear.
Yeah. I think he's a type of. I think he'd be a type of person to feel, not show.
Exactly. And then what the guy does.
Funny?
What's so funny?
Do you get the idea that he was gonna say the iconic line, the "I am vengeance" a bit there? But then
dude,
he paused it.
These are the guys who made this movie. They have probably only seen the Michael Keaton movies. Probably never read any of the comics or seen the animated series.
Most likely.
When the hell did you expect that they were going to have him say that?
Well, I mean, when you said the "unlike you, I'm not afraid to face my fears. I am."
Well, he says, "I will triumph."
And then he says,
"If it were me, I would have." Like he says, how I would have written it is this: unlike you, I'm not afraid to face my fears. I will triumph. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. That's how I would have written that scene. But oh no,
I agree.
You had to hire an idiot for a writer. I'm not saying he's a complete idiot, but I'm saying, or he or she, I don't know. But in the context of writing a Batman story, you are an idiot. Much like David S. Goyer.
I see.
Okay, what's next? Oh yeah. Then after his speech, the punks, he blows his brains out. Right in front of Batman. And then you might think by the Batman just sticks a heroin needle in him and overdoses himself.
Why would he do that to himself?
That's not even something Batman would actually do. Again, this is why they hired an idiot of a Batman of a writer.
Exactly. I mean, knowing Batman, he'd most likely destroy that heroin jab.
Exactly. He would ignore it. He would have destroyed. Like he would have just left and not kill himself. Honestly, with the title of, if you put the death of an A-list superhero, you're guaranteed, except for this movie, to get a wonderfully written and amazing story. Take this. The death of Superman. Superman fights Doomsday until the point of him collapsing and dying. Well, actually a regenerative coma, but still. And you have this great dark battle that...
Oh, and don't forget a death in the family.
Well, no, that was more of a sacrifice. That was Robin killed. That wasn't a true superhero death.
Oh, sorry.
Like, Superman, and then in, another Superman death was All-Star Superman, where his cells, when being too close to the sun at one point, ended up in a fire blast. Supercharged his cells to the point of Superman pretty much getting his equivalent of cancer, and dying inside flying towards the sun and dying there to save humanity. Those two are great sacrifices. Then Ultimate Spider-Man, the death of Ultimate Spider-Man, Peter Parker version. Hence how we got Miles Morales in the first place. He fights the Sinister Six, well, more like Sinister Five, because the Green Goblin had killed Doc Ock. Why? He's my favorite Spider-Man villain. What I mean is, Spider-Man, he dies after, he is so weak after, it's like the Doomsday thing, but he dies after fighting and defeating 5 supervillains, including the Ultimate Green Goblin, who, if you don't know about the Ultimate Universe, is not your typical Green Goblin like Willem Dafoe. The Ultimate Green Goblin is a goblin-faced, fireball-throwing Hulk with wings.
Oh my goodness.
And when I say wings, he don't have no glider.
Really?
Well, he can fly like a dragon.
Wow.
And you can guess what the fireballs replace.
The pumpkin bombs.
Exactly. And if you think that version of the Green Goblin's crazier, wait till I tell you about Hobgoblin. But not now, because this is a Batman show, and we're mostly focusing on it. And the death of Wolverine from 2014. He fights a guy, like the main villain, and is encased in melted adamantium cooled down. Now, it's not really a true...
He gets encapsulated.
So it's not
encapsulated.
It's not a true death, but still, it's a sacrifice to save people. So those are all honorable... Those are all, you know, greatly written deaths for those characters. How does Batman die? Let me repeat myself. Heroin overdose. Not just a jab. Overdose.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. And I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of a pathetic way for the bat to go out.
Yeah. It's more pathetic. It's like it's pathetic if Spider-Man died that way, yeah. But it's even more pathetic when Batman does it. Okay, Spider-Man has never done anything like that. Heck, there's actually a comic book where Spider-Man is actually... It's a PSA for it's an anti-drug PSA. That's what the one Spider-Man comic is. But even if he did it, it still would be pretty pathetic. But Batman doing it? It's like saying... It's just as... Honestly, it's not even a rewarding death. Like, that's it? That's how the Batman died? Even his fake death in The Dark Knight Rises was closer to the character than this. And that had him... Hang on. And that had him carry a bomb with the Batwing over to past the Gotham Bay. Okay, sure, he jumped out and had the Batwing had autopilot, or the Bat. It's the Bat. It's a Bat vehicle that flies without a propeller on the top. It's a Batwing.
This guy did get one thing right about Batman in this fan film.
And what's that?
He knows that guns are the weapons of a coward.
Yes, I was just gonna say that too, later on in the thing, but like I was saying, and then they have an open funeral or open wake and memorial stuff for Batman. And that's understandable. And they also decided to cremate Batman. They don't show Batman's cremation, but honestly, I think it's safer than burying Batman. Like in his... Now, personally, I'm not a fan of cremation, but we do know about grave robbers. They could easily bury him up, or dig him up, I should say, and, you know, easily could reveal his identity as Bruce Wayne. So, with the context of the character, it makes sense to prevent people from figuring out who he was. But honestly, if they could get away with revealing Spider-Man's identity after his death, like the Ultimate Spider-Man, then this ain't too bad. Like, then, you know, then revealing Batman's identity wouldn't be awful. I mean, it would be, but we gotta remember, Alfred is an MI6 field medic. He knows how to use guns and crap. And then you have the other living members of the Bat family, so nobody's in danger, honestly. I mean, yeah, it's a risk, but it's not like Alfred can't hold his own against the Joker. And Joker's not afraid. I mean, not Alfred. Honestly, I think Gotham criminals should be fearing Alfred more than Batman.
How so? How so? He is a British butler.
Yeah, but he was well, he was a veteran, an MI6 he was a MI6 field agent. He was a field medic. MI6.
A veteran of what war?
Well, in most universes it's World War II, but sometimes it could be even changed to the Vietnam War, so it all depends on which universe you want to go by.
I see. Sorry.
Yeah, that's no problem. But, and then, that's literally the plot of the movie. Batman's being beaten, drugged, and one other thing, we'll get to that in a minute. And then the guy shoots himself, and then Batman overdoses himself. That's literally the movie. And what an abomination it was. This is my third This is my third watching of it. The first time I completely forgot about it. The second, like, after I saw it, the first time I saw it, I completely forgot about it. The second time I saw it, I was like, oh no, this again, after halfway watching it. And the first time I remember watching it, which was the second, truly remember watching it, which was the second time I saw it, I had to pause the movie and go vomit, and I will address that in a minute.
Oh my gosh.
The first few things I'd like to address are I have 4 more things I'd like to address. The Batsuit. What Batman movie is complete without the Batman suit? Or the Batsuit, as us fans call it. Honestly, you can't have, like, that's like a sandwich without bread. A Batman movie can't have you can't have a Batman movie without the Batsuit. And, my god, is this Batsuit terrible. As I mentioned before, it was the Burton technology, which I have nothing against the Burton technology, I just don't like the paint job. Or the coloring, I should say.
Yeah, it's black.
Literally all black, like the Clooney suit, but it looks more like the Michael Keaton suit. And is it good? No, it is not good. There's only one, especially the cape. Like, there's literally only one scene where the cape looks good, and that's the dream sequence. If you know what I'm talking about, right, Liam?
The dream...
Where it's all like...
Sequence?
Where it's all like clouds of smoke around them?
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time remembering anything. It's just... That movie was not very memorable to me.
No. Like, that's literally the only good scene with the cape. All other scenes where Batman's operating with around and whatnot, which there are very few, and it's only in the opening. Batman's cape looks very stiff and lifeless to me. And I says, well, why shouldn't it be? It's a piece of cloth. I mean, I'm not saying it should be as alive as, like, Spawn's cape, but it should have as much life as, like, Darth Vader's cape whenever you see Darth Vader in, like, a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Like, no, not the breathing, just the way the cape rests.
I know. I was just joking around.
Okay, good. That's what I mean. Like, think Darth Vader's cape on Batman. That's literally how it should be. Oh, and the music too, but replace the bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum with bum bum ba-da ba na 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 na.
Animated series theme, nice touch.
Or even ba 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 bum bum ba da ba dum ba da ba na 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 na. The Michael Keaton, Danny Elfman theme.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and the music, not to mention the music, speaking of Batman music, there's nothing in there's no musical tracks in this film that feel like Batman. It's like the Dark Knight trilogy, except worse. Like, they don't even have the Michael Keaton or animated series themes. Like, you don't have the ba-da-ba-bum, bum-ba-dum, or even the da-na-na-na. None of that. There are very few scenes with actual music, and the only superhero-sounding theme is the first track before the guy, the first part of the, or the first part of the track where the guy kills himself. Before he kills himself, that is. And it goes like, and it's like it's just a droning sound. But if you change it up a little bit, it could sound like bum 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 na ooh ooh ooh.
There is one.
But and that's a Spider-Man Raimi theme. But what were you saying?
Well, there is one thing I do remember about the film.
Yeah.
That ugly PNG image of a city, like.
I wouldn't be too. I'm
like,
not upset by it. It's a fan-made production. I'm not offended. If it was an actual movie, then it would look lazy. But
actually, speaking of it being a movie, should it even be considered a movie? I mean, the thing is, the thing's under half an hour long. That's more of a short. That's more like a short film of anything.
Short film, movie, short movie. It's not feature length, but it's still a movie.
I guess.
And it was also reviewed on a series called Worst Movies on YouTube, so it's a movie.
What?
Yeah, so we're not the first people to review it, but I'd say we're the first people who have a show that would be fitting for it. I'm not saying that theirs wasn't. I've actually seen their review. I've actually commented. They've talked with me on it. In the comments, that is. So, they seem very legitimate people, but I think we're the first people to review it on a Batman-themed show. So, first for us, but not first in general. Like, first on a Batman show, just not first as a review. So, it's a very, very bad movie. The next thing is, like I said, the Batsuit. Like, it's just a lifeless Batsuit. Honestly, with the production value of this, you could have easily bought in a Halloween costume.
You
like,
tell me.
Even a Halloween costume would have made more sense than this. Like, if you had waited a year, then the Batman would have come out and you would have had abundance of black and gray Batman Halloween costumes. But oh no, you had to make it in '03 before the show came out, and well, you had Justice League around the same time, so okay, you got some Batman Halloween.
Why didn't you have that suit?
Yeah, like it was a Halloween costume, sure, and this is more of a movie grade suit, but still, if you're gonna make it feel cheap, if you're gonna make the tone feel cheap, you might as well make the bat suit look cheap.
Yep.
And
Budgeting.
it was already cheap in the movie. Like, the movie was already cheap, but honestly, I would have sacrificed a good looking bat suit over not having the Batmobile. I would like, there was no Batmobile. Like, not even in a corner of the screen was there a shot of the Batmobile. Like I said, if the bat suit is a bread of, if the bat suit in a Batman movie is like the bread of a sandwich, then the Batmobile is like the additional parts of the sandwich. Or if it's a burger, the bat suit is the bun, the movie is the beef, and the cheese is the Batmobile. And Robin and the other sidekicks are the French fries. And the villains are the Coke, or the Pepsi, or whatever you like. I'm a Coke guy. Not cocaine, Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I'm a Pepsi guy, honestly. I'm a Pepsi guy sometimes.
I mean, I'll drink.
I like Coke.
I like Pepsi, yeah. I prefer...
You just be careful. You just be careful how you say Coke, because sometimes some people mispronounce it as caulk.
Oh, lordy lord. And bring in the roosters, too.
What?
I said bring in the roosters, too. Like,
what's a rooster?
Male chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Well, how about Cock-a-doodle-doo?
Oh, lovely. What's the next thing on here? Tone. Funny enough how I said tone before. What even is your tone? Like, what even is this movie's tone? Is it supposed to be dark? Is it supposed to be satirical?
Lighthearted?
Well, not lighthearted.
Well, actually, not lighthearted. Yeah, definitely.
But is
not
it supposed? But is it supposed to be dark? Is it supposed to be satirical? Is it?
Actually, speaking of,
I can't tell what you're trying to do.
Speaking of tone, I actually saw a comment on this video saying that it feels like the movie is trying too hard to be edgy.
That's what it feels like. Oh, shout out whoever wrote that comment, but still, it feels like it's being too hard to be dark and edgy, but it just comes off as satirical. So literally, it's like, the best I can say it is like, is it trying to be as dark as the Burton films, or is it as trying to be as lighthearted or satirical as, like, YouTube spoofs, which in actuality this is a YouTube spoof, but
actually, yeah, no, I mean, honestly, when I saw the movie, I thought it was a YouTube poop, honestly.
Really?
I'm like...
Only Spider-Side has the magic to make a YouTube poop that long. Shout out to you, Spider-Side. I'm referring to his masterpiece at Rent's End, which that thing was like 40 minutes long, 49 actually.
Wow. I mean, this film was so bad. I honestly thought I was watching a Batman YTP.
Really? Oh, jeez.
Not a good. Not a good YTP,
but just
more like a bad one.
An annoying one.
Yeah.
Which the tone was so confusing. It's like, what even is this? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which goes to show how.
Ow!
You okay, man?
Just my arm.
Oh.
But I'm fine.
Yeah. This goes to, as I was saying, this goes to show how idiot and how not anti-Batman these supposed fans, quote unquote, are. Okay. Performances. There's only 2 people in this movie. I mean, there are more than 2 people, but honestly, I mean, there are other actors and actresses aside from Christopher Simpleton and I forgot who played the other guy, but I don't even know the other guy's name. I forgot it. Honestly, I don't even give a crap. This is a bad movie. I mean, there's like a newscaster, like the other characters are like newscasters, a couple Gotham, television hostesses, whatever you want. I don't know.
Hostess. Are you talking about the Twinkie company?
No, host. Female host.
Yeah, I know.
Like those 2 shows.
When you said hostess, I thought you were talking about the Twinkie company.
No. Oh man, my point is, the 2 gals who had that show where that scene was from.
Oh boy.
We will talk about that scene in a minute. In a couple. We got 2 more things. And it says perform, and then there was like the newscaster, and then like I said, the 2 gals who had the TV show or magazine show. I don't know. And then the 2 people who played Thomas and Martha Wayne. They were fine. You know, they're not what you came for. You were hoping to see how Christopher Stapleton and that other guy played Batman and that other guy. Terrible. I think Stapleton was trying too hard to be like Michael Keaton, but came off as just George Clooney. We all know what that's like, so I don't have to go into detail. The other guy, I felt like he was just out of place. Like, he felt more like someone... I'd never even seen these movies, but I can only guess he'd fit in perfectly with those Saw movies. And I've never even seen... Saw movie. And I've never even...
Saw movie.
Yeah, and I've never even seen Saw.
Oh, don't get me started on Saw.
Oh, you've seen it?
No, but my sister has, and
I can understand. And that...
I think there's one word we can... I can use to describe this movie.
What's that?
Ass!
Lovely.
Shout out to you,
Hilarious.
James Rolfe.
Yes. He's the angry video game nerd.
Yeah, shout out to you, James.
You know what's bull crap? That's his other series. What's the other thing? Oh yeah. Then that goes to like I said, both their performance is terrible. Accuracy. There's only one thing about this movie that's accurate, and that is the fact that Batman thinks guns are for the cowardly. That's it. Literally, that is the only correct
comic accurate thing in
this movie. Which is sad because all the good Batman movies have Batman kill, and this is the one movie where Batman is anti-gun and anti-killing, and it's bad?
I don't understand it.
No!
Well, I mean, aside from fan, it hasn't been.
Well,
we're not talking about that film.
We're talking about live-action Batman movies. Even though that is the best Batman movie. I want to get that out there. I just don't want to sound like we have anything against it. The next thing, I don't know. Like, that's the only thing accurate about it. And now we have long awaited, and now
that scene.
Yes, that scene.
Oh my god.
That god darn scene.
You'll have to describe it because I forgot to check it out. I'm so sorry, man.
Not a problem.
This
scene.
I was so busy with other things.
This scene. My God, is it bad? First of all, this is what the two gals with that magazine show or whatever, and the screen above it on the same side, the left-hand side, but this one on the left up, like the left-hand upper corner. That dude, probably high doing this. I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't believe I'm saying this. And this breaks me to say this. As this character is a huge part of my childhood. And I think I'm tearing up when I do this. I can't believe I'm saying this. Batman raped by a high, petty thug. One question. Why?
It's okay, man. It's okay.
No, it's not.
I went for a similar experience yesterday. I know what you're feeling.
This is the third time I've seen it. We got another thing here. It says Davian Gonzalez. I like Batman 2. Good. This is good. Subscribe if you want more Batman stuff, but that actually gives me a little bit of joy. But that scene, that scene. Why? Why did they have to do it? You okay now?
No. No, 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 no. I just saw it. I just saw it just now. Oh my gosh. You were right. Oh no, no, no. Why?
Good for you, Gonzalez.
Are you sick, dude?
Not you, I'm talking about the guy in the...
Are you bloody sick in the head? Yeah, I know. Are you sick? Whoever made that scene, are you bloody sick in the head?
You broke me, man. That scene broke me. I had to run to the bathroom. This was 1 in the morning. Ran to the bathroom, going like, like going like that. 1 in the morning.
Oh.
Broke my soul.
Oh man. Ugh.
This is why when
I am really glad that I'm not as invested in Batman as you are, because right now I'd be doing the same thing.
This is why. This from my, but like I was saying, this was 1 in the morning. It was a summer day. Hacking out a lung. And, like, all that was in the toilet after that, aside from the water that was already in it, was vomit and... yes!
I'm kind of curious.
I vomited like...
You actually vomited?
Yes, 1 in the morning. Hacking up it was like vomiting up a storm.
Oh my gosh. I'm surprised your parents didn't wake up.
Oh, they did.
Well, what happened? What did they say?
I didn't tell them until later. I just told them I just felt sick all of a sudden, trying to keep it hidden. Until I told them.
Yeah.
Until I told my old man a week later. I was like,
they wouldn't. Parents wouldn't have understand.
This guy says, "How do you start broadcasting live like this?" Oh, do you have a PlayStation? That's the first question. Do you have to have a PlayStation? I don't know how it works on Xbox, but I know you can do it on PlayStation. Do you have that?
Who are you talking to?
A guy in the comments here. He's watching our show. It says Dave. Some guy named Davian or Davian. I'm sorry for mispronounce if I butchered your name. Gonzalez. Yes. Okay, you do have a PlayStation. Do you have... so go to your quick menu and scroll down to see broadcast gaming. You can either choose YouTube or Twitch. It's pretty simple.
Oh, I forgot to mention. You have to play. I forgot to mention. You have to go to the share menu.
No, I said quick menu.
Oh. Oh,
Not
sorry.
Not share menu.
Just ignore me. Just ignore me. Sorry.
My way's the way I know and do is the easier way of the two that I've noticed. So the like I said, with that scene, like I said, that broke me. That was the second time. This was the second time in 2. This was the second year in a row that something from a movie broke me. And that was from
what was the first time?
A character related to my childhood. Infinity War, Spider-Man's death.
Oh, that broke you?
That broke me.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
I will not address that now as, well, it's a long story, but I will address it soon. But, no. So, that's literally all I have to say for that scene. Then at the end of the movie,
please.
Yes, and at the end of the movie, there was a phone number you can call. It says any questions regarding this film. Now I don't know if the number's I don't know if the number's in service any longer, but
dude, this video, that video was uploaded in 2006. I bet it doesn't even exist at this point.
The phone number?
Yeah, the phone number. I bet it's not even in service anymore at this point.
Well, if it isn't, I suggest you call the number. Now, I will
Okay, first off, who the heck would put their number out on a public website? Like, who would do that?
I think it's a business number.
Oh.
I don't think it's like a home phone number or a cell phone number. But it probably just is a business number. Now, I'm going to reveal the number. So this might be intruding, but this is a business number, so now let me scroll towards the end of it. The
Where
number.
do you think that guy is today?
I don't know, probably with a nice family. Or an empire. I don't know. It says here, for more information regarding this film, please contact Donald Lawrence Haherty. Whatever, it's it's Haherty. And his phone number.
Hardy.
Oh, Hart. Whatever. The number, this most likely is a business number, 310-379-4895. Now, people, write that number down, and I want you to call that number saying,
see if it still works.
And one thing, tell them that Robin9309, the Fan of Steel, and Li2001
Li2001
said this movie was an abomination and made a review on it. An absolute abomination. What do you have anything to say about it?
all I can say is it
was an abomination.
You are. I didn't react much to the movie the first time because I wasn't a Batman nerd, so I didn't really feel affected by it that much.
Fair point.
But my gosh, after seeing that rape scene, all I gotta say is, dude, the person or whoever made that fan film,
sick in the frickin' head.
You are, yeah. Like, I can't believe you actually did that on YouTube in 06.
Well, it was 2002 when the movie came out originally.
Wait, 2002? I thought it was 2003.
Well, it said 2002 on the end credits.
Oh, well then why'd you say 03 then?
Because that's what it said on IMDb.
Oh.
Yeah, this movie got its own IMDb page. That means it's a movie. Or a show, or whatever.
Well, they're wrong because they're wrong because it came out in '02, not '03.
I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, you're sick in the head, mate. You should.
Very sick.
You deserve. You deserve to be thrown into Arkham and get dirty with the Joker.
Ugh.
Like, I'm serious.
Nobody could say anything in the comment. Wait, what? What do you mean by that? No, not you. I mean this guy here. Davian says here. It said no one could say anything in the comments. What do you mean by that? What are you talking about? This or the movie? Huh. My okay, next thing. That's so if you guys can call that number up. My broadcasting live wasn't working. You might wanna I think the best idea is probably, get it used to everything and whatnot. Just so, it can all straighten up and work out right. But, like I was saying, but if you guys can call that up, okay, good. But if you guys can call that number up, like I said, again, 310-379. 310-379. Yeah, 310-379-4895 and ask for a guy named Donald
Duck.
No. Donald Duck. No. Donald. If you guys can ask for a Donald Lawrence or Haherty. If you can ask for that guy at that number, tell him his movie was a piece of crap, and Robin 9309 and Li2001 think it was terrible, and that they reviewed it on my channel, Robin 9309. Maybe sound petty, but hey, you mess with Batman fans, you try to kill us. But there's one thing about us Batman fans, and you know what that is? We survive. No, exactly. We survive.
Yep.
Now, before we end off this episode, I have two announcements I'd like to make. The first of which is I am announcing my Batman fan film, which will be a feature-length detective story, focusing on Batman's first case as a detective and first year in Gotham as the Dark Knight. It will be. My plan is to. I'm currently writing the first draft. I intend on this to be maybe 2023? Yeah, 2023 release at least. So I've planned out the entire... So I've planned out the movie. I'm just writing the first draft.
Wait, that long until you release it?
Yeah.
I see. Ow, my bloody
Which, I mean, much like, well, the episode's not over. Davian, the episode's not over. But as I was saying, the first episode. Oh, not the first episode, but the movie. If I had the money, I would not release it next year or the year after. I want to give it some time because all the attention would be going towards the big Batman movie, The Batman.
Yep. And no, you people in the comments don't get any funny ideas of calling him Fat Man.
What do you mean?
I've heard many people mock him by calling him Fat Man.
Fat? Oh, I thought you were talking about me. Because there was...
No!
Because there is one video where it actually shows me, and I'm actually a 2X guy. I'm not I'm not like Gabriel Iglesias fat. I'm more husky than I am. Yeah, I am. I'm just husky. I'm kind of stocky, husky kind of thing. I'm not fat or fluffy like Iglesias. And if you guys don't watch Gabriel Iglesias, you don't know you don't know what good comedy is, or should I say, you don't know the power of stand-up comedy.
Yep.
And then I can imagine a bunch of clown horns going like honk 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 honk.
That's funny.
Yes.
I can imagine. Oh, actually, speaking of the Empire Fit, I can do it in a chainsaw remix.
What? Or how about the Joker laugh because Mark Hamill did both? Wonderful, cause Hamill is also the Joker.
Or how about this one?
What the hell is that? What is that?
The Batman theme chainsaw remix.
How about this one? How about this one? The Piccolo. No, whistle. That's more whistle. But with the how about the Imperial whistle? But hey, this ain't a Star Wars show. This is Batman Fans Will Survive.
Fans will survive. Yes.
Then if we did a Star Wars show, I'd have to buy either Battlefront 2 or Jedi Fallen Order, which I actually intend on getting. The latter. I think Jedi Fallen.
Or if you're interested, you could get a console recorder.
Well, no, I don't have any other Star Wars. I don't have any Star Wars games.
No.
So I'd have to buy Jedi Fallen Order. Hopefully that has free roam, because if it's a story game only, no free roam, that's just gonna suck.
Well, not every game has to be free roaming.
No, but I mean, well, not every game has to be a fighter game too.
That's true.
Like Mortal Kombat. Mortal
Kombat. Hey, wait, but this ain't Mortal Kombat.
This is Batman Fans Will Survive. I think that gag's getting old. But actually, there was a Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe game, so it counts.
So it kind of counts, I guess.
Yeah. It kind of counts. Oh, lucky you! I've still got to get that game.
And let me guess, and knowing you, you play as the Bat.
Guilty as charged. But the other announcement I have is aside from the Batman fan film, is a new show. And that is a show for all the Raimi fans out there. So, raise your hand or just say if you are a Raimi Spider-Man fan.
I am.
I am too, but are you a Davian? Or are you a Holland guy? Which Spider-Man do you like? You like Garfield? You like Holland? Or you like the great Tobey Maguire?
Maguire.
Well, not you. I'm talking about the guy watching on the other end. But yes, Tobey, the wonderful master.
Yes.
June 27th is the day of his birth. Oh shit.
What's wrong?
Well, lucky you, but you forgot the hyphen. It's Spider hyphen Man. That's how you spell it. And Tom Holland? Seriously? This guy likes
What's so
Holland.
funny?
This guy likes Holland.
What? Hey, wait. We shouldn't make fun of him. We shouldn't make fun of the guy.
Sorry. At least you don't like Garfield.
Yeah, that's good. Are there any Garfield fans in this stream? Leave now.
Hey.
Never
No, they could be great Batman fans for all we know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because he's funny? No. He is not
just
funny.
our opinion.
No, Holland's not funny. I mean, he is, but half the time his humor feels forced. You want a good Spider-Man, you watch Tobey. Now, what do you think? Actually, what do you think of Tobey? That you, Liam, the other guy. Do you think Tobey's good, or you think he's overrated? You misspelled Tobey. There's an E after the B, so it's Tobey, not Toby. First you misspell Spider-Man, now you misspell Tobey. Jeez, Garfield it says Tobey and Garfield are good too. Garfield is not good, and Garfield was terrible. Tobey and Tom. And Jake Johnson, I should say, not Gyllenhaal. No, Jake Johnson, to me, they were the good Batmans. Tobey, thank you. And also, like, to me, Tobey, Jake, and Tom are the good movie Spider-Mans. Now, if we don't know who Jake Johnson is, he was the guy who voiced Spider-Man. Who's trash? Who's trash? Jake Johnson? Because he was like Tobey. And Johnson ain't trash. Brock is.
Yeah.
Not Tom Hardy, Topher Grace. Tobey, Tom, and Jake. Again with the misspell. Jeez. Okay, we still have to figure out a good time frame and a good, No, Garfield. Garfield is trash. We still have to figure out a time for this show, but this will please people like my good friend Ace Red, for example. Shout out to you, Kenny. It's like this will be a show for like the Raimi guys. So I will also post. I keep messing up. Not a problem. But this will also be posted and shared onto r/Raimi memes on Reddit. So the Raimi series, that is. So they will, they can see the show firsthand. Maybe not firsthand, but definitely they will be bunch of the people who see it. I'm still trying to figure out a good time frame. If it should be on. No, I got something going on Sundays. If it will be Tuesdays or if it'll be on Friday. I think actually no, Saturdays. Yes. What do you think, Liam? Saturdays?
Yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah, Saturdays. At 5 p.m. Saturdays, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay.
Raimi Show.
Okay, 5 p.m. That's... Okay, 5 p.m. That's 6... That's 6 in the morning where I am. That's 6 in the morning where I am.
No, 5:30 is 7:30.
No, you said... No, you said the show goes up at 5 p.m. at your time where you are, and that's 6 a.m. where I am.
I thought, what time is it now?
It's almost 8.
Oh.
It is almost... So yes, so it's...
I thought it was 7:30 when it was my time.
No. Your time...
Must be due to daylight savings. Oh. I thought you said it was 7:30. Okay, so it'll be so 5:30 here will be, like I said, so 5 here will be 6 in the morning there. So you get up. What time do you normally get up?
Sometimes I usually get, well, if I have the strength, sometimes I'll get up at 5 in the morning.
Okay, if you can do 5:30, this will be fun. Not you. I'm talking to my buddy here. But good to know. So, as I was saying, the Raimi Show, we'll have to figure out a title for it. But we have the time.
Oh my gosh, no.
What?
I'm not gonna say it on stream, but the F-boy is online.
I got the party notification too.
Don't accept it because we're kind of busy right now.
Exactly. So,
all right.
Just so
should we wrap this up?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just to prevent him from coming on here and ruining the ending of our show, this has been Robin9309.
And this has been Li2001.
We're signing off.